Twinkle Box, and a Halloween-themed EP. Perfection. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lone University, and welcome to day 3 of this special Halloween episode week. Today's going to be more or less a first for the channel, as I'm going to be hearing all of AFI's All Hallows EP today, because today is my birthday, and that's my gift to you. I typically only do the full album episodes over on Patreon, where we do a really long episode, a long deep dive into an album, but considering this is just a 4-song EP, clocking right in at 13 minutes, we'll do it here. Their track Totalimmortal blew me away back when I heard it 2 years ago here on the channel because, again, as I've said, I've only known AFI to be the Miss Murder band, but going back and hearing their earlier works, they were just so different, more elaborate to me, and I just found their sound to be really cinematic, very theatrical, just a very stimulating listen. I was really impressed. And I also just love this album cover. I mean, I had to save this. I knew it was going to be perfect for the week of Halloween. But as I always do with these full album episodes, I do a full lyric read-through beforehand to get a good idea of the writing style, the narrative, the flow. And it makes the music hit a lot harder when I finally hear it. It felt like the beginning, Fall Children, was just about the spirit of Halloween, the gathering, the ritual, maybe a bit of the chaos behind it. And then as the EP progresses, it seems like there's this loss of innocence, maybe a bit more grim and dark, almost like the veil has been lifted off of the blissful youth. Maybe just growing up and what the holiday means as you get older. That's sort of just my take on it, so I know you guys will let me know the full scoop, but without further ado, let's get into it. AFI's All Hallows EP, start to finish. Okay, track number 1, Fall Children, off we go. Pretty haunting chord progression already. Love that flat 5 sound. And then 2, 3, back to 1. And I heard like an F sharp diminish. Just really chilling, perfect setup. One more time, I'm going to start this one over. Yeah. Okay. Epic. The wait now ends. Best whoa-ohs in the game. I thought that when I first heard Totalimmortal, and in fact, this will be the second time I've heard it, of course. I've had this on the list a long time. I just knew it was going to be a Halloween thing. I'm so glad I'm here. This year's flown by. But damn, best whoa-ohs in the game. They always sound so... You just have to do it with them. You just want to belt it with them. They're just the way they're mixed. I don't know. It's powerful. Bass tone is great. Let's see. I need a touch more volume. Okay. There we go. Much better. Yeah, Fall Children fill the streets at dusk. At last it will all begin. It's got a bit of, I don't want to say it's a positive song by any means, but it's talking about the excitement of the ritual of Halloween. Like, it's future tense, right? So I like this riff too, how it's got the thrashy flat 2 in there. We're in the key of E minor. But this riff is F natural and then the same riff. Whoa. F sharp, the actual 2. So it's got the flat 2 in there. It's very much a thrash metal thing. This has a very thrashy feel to it, even in the vocals, the riffing, the drumming, everything. I'm a big thrash guy. So I remember Totalimmortal being intense in these same ways, but this is definitely more of that old school thrash approach stylistically. I'm totally here for that. Got the flat 5 in there too. Too high for me, but damn, it sounds good. I love the articulations. This is it's got that really almost like a whammy bar going woo woo kind of thing. Just catchy vocal styling, and it's impressive that you can layer that and have it all sound homogenous. Just really cool. I love the articulations of the vocals. Flat 5 going up to the B flat, very much like the intro, remember? So they're bringing this sound from that clean guitar intro back into the chord progression to give it that tritone heavy sound. Very Halloween, right? The breakdown almost. Like that awkward speed up, it's just not, it just slowly rolls back into where we were earlier. Yeah, everybody just kind of stumbles back in. Cool, nice bass fill here at the end of the song. What was that? Great setup. Oh, gotta have the twinkles. The twinkle box and a Halloween themed EP. Perfection. Why does that make everybody feel nostalgic? This sound. Hang on a second. Change the keys a little bit there. Okay, now we're on Halloween. The Misfits cover. And I guess the lyrics are loading. Couldn't load the lyrics for this song. Well, that's a bummer. This happens sometimes, but nonetheless, I did get a lot of requests last year to do the Misfits song Halloween. For whatever reason, I didn't write it down. Misfits is a band I know about because I know their logo. I see it on shirts all the time, but in this whole punk rock discovery, I haven't listened to them here on the channel yet. I don't get a lot of requests for them. So if that's a band I should do, let me know what your favorite bass forward songs are. But this is going to be the cover. And I'm sure at some point I might have heard it. Don't know. It seems like a pretty iconic Halloween song. So I'm going to hear AFI's take on it. Lyrics written by Glenn Danzig. Let's check it out. Hunter Bergen has that gnarly jazz bass tone. It's like jazz bass, but everything's just beefed up in the top end. And of course, it uses a lot of blend between a neck and a bridge pickup. So here on the Stingray, I'm still going to get that throatier mid-range, but I might try to take some of it out and see if I can get a little bit of that clangy, jangly kind of chainsaw character in the top end. You can hear it, especially when he slides up to that beat. But this is always going to have that Stingray voicing. But man, I love how loud the bass is on this. I remember when I reviewed Sacrifice Theory, I thought, bass is oddly quiet for how badass this bass line is. And I don't know if that's a theme with all of their music across many albums, but I knew this EP was going to have it cranked. It sounds badass. Right here. Next time. Okay. Just one word, Halloween, but just letting the syllables be the melody, not more words. Those are always some of the catchiest types of melody approaches for writing melodies. Dig it. One more time on that. Down to that 5, but it almost sounds really nasty. So it's almost Andalusian, right? Almost that major 5 sound. Instead of going major, they just went diminished. So we got nasty. Dig it. Yeah, I don't really recognize anything about it. I don't know how much bands change covers when I hear the cover first, but I'll have to go hear the original. But now we're at The Boy Who Destroyed the World, and again, this is where the lyrics seemed of the same tone as Fall Children. And I feel like the placement of the cover as the second song was like, Fall Children, we're getting ready. Now this is Halloween. It's, that's some grim lyrics, cats hanging from poles or whatever I read. Now this was about more that loss of innocence thing. Maybe the veil being lifted off, growing up, seeing how things really are, how this holiday is contextualized the older you get, memories of it being a bittersweet thing. I don't know. These are a bit of that vague lyric writing style. So for me, having a Halloween birthday, I have very strong feelings about this time of year because I've always had Halloween birthday parties. It's always been celebrated at Halloween. This Friday, we're going to do our 9th annual Halloween party here, and that's kind of my birthday party. So I've always just had this attachment to the holiday as long as I can remember. And I often always think about Halloween because I've just turned a different year. I'm 36 today. So I see that growing up. How is the holiday relative to you as you get older? So that's how that song spoke to me lyrically. Let's hear what it sounds like. The Boy Who Destroyed the World. Lyrics are back. It's fast picking. I feel like I heard. I want to feel like I want to hear him going up and grabbing these chords. It sounds like it. It sounds beefy. Let me start that one over. Right there. See, what made me think that was the lyric, once there was a boy who had a vibrant glow. So it sets up this past tense reflection on a past version of, you know, the supposed protagonist subject here in the story. But as it goes, someone took it from him. They took the vibrant glow. And, you know, Halloween as kids, you're trick-or-treating, you're doing whatever, you grow up and it's, you know, it changes. So that's just why it spoke to me, again, having my birthday. When I think about birthdays when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, it was always about Halloween. That's kind of why I picked this today. Some nice bass stuff. I hear him back there. I love when this band subdivides. Everybody's on that 16th note grid. It's a visceral rhythmic thing, especially in headphones. Yeah, again, remember when, remember Ben, very past tense, referential to a different period. We were all so beautiful. What was that bass thing there? Jumping up there. Okay. We've lost our glow. Like to switch up. Yes. Yes. Where are we going? They always have the most badass slowdowns, like the tempo. You know, we want halftime here, but it has even more energy than the fast sections. This is what just happened in the first song, Fall Children. Their breakdowns just tend to get wider. They get, the depth is just overflowing. And of course, there was this really cool bass part that added some tension. It went and undermined the guitar chords, their tonality. So we had a lot of bass intervals up here, like. This kind of thing. I'll have to go back and hear it again, but I love how there was this pedal tone of E going. So on top of that, if I were to just play an open E, you have this, some nice inversions and chords being created. So I'm going to go hear this again. Yeah, I love this build right here. Hold on, let me see where it started. Starts on the guitar. The tough thing is that the guitar's doing it too, and I didn't even pick up on that at first. I was so honed in on the bass, but I think they're not doing the same thing at the same time. So there's an extra layer of, I would call these cluster chords. I mean, you might have the guitar up here going, and then the bass up here going. So you got 4 notes kind of crammed in the same fifth interval here. But the bass is doing, I think, some tritones, I think some major seconds. So I hear a bit of thirds like I played, then some, and maybe even some of this. But same principle, G and D string, melody on the top string, implied chord progression on the D string, so you can just make all sorts of colorful things with just those 2 notes. So something like that going on back there. I love that the guitar almost blocks you from hearing it, but it contributes to the unresolved nature of this build. One more time, I think the way this breakdown started had a really nice Sabbath quality to it as well. So Tony Iommi and the guitars. Almost sounds like it's being bent. It's got the sludgy quality. Something like that. As they dissipated. Okay, we got a twinkle box, and we got a thunderstorm. Ticking all the boxes so far. Now we're to the last song. This short EP for sure, but there's a lot packed in here. Totalimmortal. With what I remember, this will be my favorite song from it still. I really like this one just now. It kind of had a nice ramp up. So let's jump right in. Totalimmortal. Again, I don't know what the lyrics on this one. They could suggest a lot of things. Let me know what you guys think. Living forever? I don't know. Is it that simple? The spirit carries on. Yes. I gotta start over. I kind of forgot about that bass break here. Damn, that's good. Yeah, this is a banger, y'all. And I only thought about this being just more like if I'm going with this chronological narrative of kids and then Halloween and the loss of innocence, this just feels like that life ending sort of thing. So if the album is storyboarded chronologically in that way, I'm talking about Flawless Soul, that type of thing, that was my guess. But this is the whoa capital of the world here in this song. I mean, those are like big fifth drops. Maybe even a whole octave. Wow, just sliding down really quickly, but so tight. All the pitches just seem together. I love it. And there was some bass stuff. I don't remember. Some really high, nice stuff right here. Hold on. It almost sounded like a... I don't know, just some little double note thing there. Then that thing. I do remember this section. Looks familiar, that never faced him till now. Everyone, do you know? I know your deception. So good. I gotta hear that again. If you slow it down, it's the sort of... So it flips your upstrokes and your downstrokes around, then you have the nice little fill part. It's hard to do, actually. I probably have the pattern a little wrong, but it grooves for still being this straight 16th sort of type of thing. One time. Throughout my Flawless Soul. Well, hell yeah, I've always wanted to hear that full EP, and it's so cool hearing how the song that really turned my head with this band, how it fits into context of the other songs. A really nice, kind of, again, theatrical, cinematic, the goth horror type of punk, that flavor anyway. I don't know if this band is really always that way, but based on the other songs I've done, even one off of December Underground, it still has that flair to it. So I hate to lump these bands in with like holidays and such. But, this is a Halloween week, so I don't know if everything in their catalog is this way, but they do that delivery very well. For a 13-minute EP, this thing packed a punch. I really like the chronology of it, if I'm going to stick with that in terms of the lyrics, but I felt like musically there was a really nice ramp up from maybe a more basic classic thrash, straightforward punk sound, still fast and in your face, but I feel like their sound, the complexities and nuances of their theatrical sound slowly blossomed throughout the song, and it ended with Totalimmortal, which is still my favorite track from it, but the build-up to that made it hit so much harder. So happy Halloween. It's tomorrow. Happy birthday to Marky here. This was a great, fun way to celebrate here on the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this. Lyrics on the screen format. This is what we do over on Patreon, so if you want to be a part of that, best way to support the channel, come find us, patreon.com/LoneUniversity. Again, every month we do full albums. We vote on them. There's an amazing community. We would love to have you and hang out. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it for Halloween week. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow.